Well, hello, friends. This is Larry again with Wiley Worm Farm. So we're in the worm room, and I'm on the back side of the camera at the moment. And I just want to show you my worm rack. You know, I'm still a small operation, but it's growing. I now have 5 bins, and I'm in the next few days, probably this week, I want to add at least one more bin. And I'm going to, I've already pulled one worm. That first worm rack right there, I pulled it out and I'm fixing to feed that. So let me get on the other side of the camera and we'll get started. Hello folks, this is Larry, Wiley Worm Farm. I just made a few second video of worm rack and I'm going to try to splice this together, but if I can't, I won't be able to show you worm rack. But we're in the worm room, and I came in here earlier to feed my worms. I had not intended to make a video tonight, but the worm looked so good, I just couldn't help myself. I had to make a video. So we're going to get right into the worm rack. Here we go, Mr. Cameraman. All right, now I have already, when I pulled this off a while ago, just to feed them, they had eaten just about all of the paper that I had on top. So I just tore the little pieces, and that's all there was. Now this was my very first worm bin. This is what I call bin number 100. I started this bin January the 17th last year. This is February the 1st, 2024. So this bin is now just over a year old. And I started with 150 worms, and a couple of months later, I had another 150 worms. So I bought 300 worms, and that's all that I put in this bin. So from 300 worms, I will show you where we got to today. Look at them worms. I'm telling you, I'm so proud. Give me a shot here, Mr. Cameraman. Some of these worms here, they look so healthy, so fat, so long. I'm really, look here. I'm really happy with this bin. It's doing really good. Really good. Well, one of the first things I want to do is I want to put some of these, I took an egg carton, all I had was a piece of one, and I just kind of shredded it up. And I'm going to put it in this bin if I can find the rest of it over here. I thought I had a little more. Yeah, here's a little bit more. Now, they love these egg cartons for some reason. I don't get many of these because we buy our eggs at the big box store in town, and they don't have the cardboard type containers like that. I wish they did, but they don't. That's just one of the things that I don't like about the big box store, which I will not name. But anyway, here's more worms here, and I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to feed them some of my own worm food that I created. Now, what this is simply, this is pellets that I ground up, and I'm going to feed them in here, give them a good, healthy feeding here, because I got a good number of worms. I don't know how many I got in here, but I'm sure I've got well over 1,000 worms. Now, also, while I'm doing this, I'm going to give you a few more facts about worms that I have studied. Number one, the number one thing about feeding your worms is do not overfeed. And that's probably the biggest mistake that most rookie worm farmers make. I made it myself, and a lot of other people do as well. But that's number one, is I put my paper on here, and what I do is I put my paper and I wet it down first because they love the dampness of it. And I'm going to tell you now, they will gobble this paper up. When you have your worms out, and when they've eaten all the food, they'll go after the paper. First thing they want is that food. Very first thing. And when they eat the food up, you'll find them lying on top of your paper, your newspaper. Now, I really wish If I'd known they looked this good, and I was so happy about it, I would have done this earlier, but I didn't. I come in here earlier. I took the bubble wrap off. They were laying on top of the worm, on top of the paper, what paper was left, but they had eaten most of that paper. I mean, it was gone, folks. It was gone, gone, gone. So the number one problem, I think, or issue with worm farming is overfeeding. It's a lot better to feed them a little less than to overfeed. All right, I got that down, and here I am again. I've done it one more time. I've forgotten to put, I'm just going to lift this up, and I've got some coffee grounds here I'm going to put in here. So I'll just lift this up and put my coffee grounds in here along with my filters. And they'll gobble that filter up too. Oh, I got one trying to get out over here. Look at this, cameraman. Nice worms. Nice. That ain't quite as long, but it's a grown, fully grown worm. And another thing about worms. Now, in studying about worms and trying to get more facts, I'm trying to share more facts with you. I'll cover this up. But one worm farmer said that a worm will produce 3 cocoons a day. Well, when I went in to study a little deeper, I found that actually, according to the #1 search engine online, that actually they produce anywhere from 1 to 3 cocoons a day, and each one of those cocoons will have from 3 worms on up. So a couple of good, interesting facts there that I want to share with you. So this Larry Wiley Worm Farm, I will put a link on there for the rest of my worms and the rest of my videos. And also I'll put a link on there where I buy my worms from Mimi's Worms. By the way, I just ordered another pound of worm from Mimi's another pound of worm from Mimi's this week. But until next time, folks, we're going to wrap it up today. You have a good night. God bless you. By the way, this is February the 1st, 2024. Hard to believe it's February already, but we've made it to February. We'll see you later. Have a good one. God bless you.